Hey, how's it going, guys? Good to see everyone. So I'm joined with someone else here today. This is my little buddy Cloud. This is one of my cats, and he wanted to sit on the easel for this video. So any of you that know me know that I do a ton of conventions all up and down the East Coast, and I've met some really awesome people along the way, and I've also met some super talented artists. So what I want to do today is just kind of show you some highlights of some things that I've picked up over the years, and I'll give these guys shout outs, check out their work and everything, because all their stuff is fantastic, and all of this is video game related that, we can all relate to. So to start off with, I have a bunch of perler art down here. Now, I know there's a ton of people doing perler art these days. I remember when I first got into conventions in 2010, there were quite a few people doing it, and now, 5 years later, it's everywhere. But these are 3 different people that I really enjoy their work, and I always consistently buy stuff from them. First up is my friend Adam, and he goes by Overworld Creations, and the one that I have here from him is the main character, the protagonist from Vice Project Doom. And this is one of my favorite side-scrolling platformers on the NES. It's totally underrated. It's such a good game. It's mainly, like I said, a side-scrolling platformer, but then there's also like these top-down Spy Hunter style driving stages, and also like first-person shooter levels where it's kind of on rails and you can throw grenades and stuff like that too. It's a really, really awesome game. I couldn't recommend checking it out more. But anyway, I was at RetroCon last year and Adam was there too. And like always, we got to talking about some of our favorite games, and Vice Project Doom came up. So he decided to make me this sprite overnight for the next day at the con because my birthday was coming up and he couldn't make it to my party. So he made this for me as a present. So Adam, thanks so much, man. I have this on my wall, like right over here in front of my computer. Again, I'll leave links below. Adam does a lot of conventions and he does a ton of work. He's like the only one that does these, just a one-man army that does these. And the amount of work that he brings to a convention is crazy. I remember he has like tubs and bags just full of perler art. It's crazy. So Adam, keep up the great work, man. And my other friends who also do perler art are Geek, Mythology Crafts, and they do a ton of conventions also. So I had to get this from them. Ness from Earthbound, I absolutely love. You guys know Earthbound's my favorite game. So they started doing these new ones with these snazzy stands right here, and the sprite just clicks right into it, and it's a really cool way to display these. I need to commission you guys to get the other 3 to set up. I have them set up in my window over here with some other stuff that I'll get to later. But yeah, Geek Mythology is great, and they also do a lot of custom perler designs, a lot of chibi style stuff, but they'll take like make their own South Park characters or make ones from like Link, Legend of Zelda and whatnot, and they always have like a very distinct style of what they do. And if you've been to a convention in the Northeast, I'm sure you've seen them, but check out their work and definitely support them. They're super hard workers. Now this next perler art is pretty incredible. This is something I'd never seen before, and it's multi-layered perler art, and of course, Ness from Earthbound. This girl goes by Pixel Visions, I believe. Pixel Visions. Correct me if I'm wrong again. I'll put a link down below. I remember meeting you at Retro Game Con in Syracuse, and I didn't have that much money then. I really wanted to get something, and then I saw this at your table at MagFest, and I knew that Ness was going to be coming home with me. So I love how clean your ironing is and how everything is like all fused together, and your layering and your glue technique is amazing, and it's something that's really, really unique for perler artists to do. Her work is absolutely fantastic too, so please, please, please check out her work as well. Now, moving on to someone that I met at my first convention, my friend Sherry, and she goes by Paint Me a Perfect World Productions, and she does all this really offbeat kind of knick-knack stuff, and a lot of it, almost all of it, is video game based, and one of the main franchises she focuses on is one that I love, and that's the Fallout series. So I have 3 pieces here from her. First one that I had to get was a little drawing of the Bloody Mess perk, which it's not the best perk to get in the game. It's more kind of kitschy, but I love the icon. I mean, who doesn't love the Pip-Boy just blowing up a dude with his finger? So I have this hanging on my wall right over here. I actually have a whole little section of stuff specifically from her that's all Fallout related. You right there, buddy? Anyway, the next two are from the loading screens from Fallout New Vegas, and that's only you can prevent corporate espionage, and I noticed that hitchhikers may be escaped prisoners. And I really think this is cool to take the loading screens from Fallout and recreate them, and they're on like these metal boards too with these little hang tabs on the back. And Sherry's always doing like really creative stuff. She makes like her own Nuka-Cola caps, and I know she had like a little Nuka-Cola refrigerator to go with it, and the bottles. Actually, I have a bottle of Sunset Sarsaparilla from New Vegas in my closet somewhere. I need to get that out and put it with everything. But I love how you always do things like items from the game more than just like a Pip-Boy or something like that. All little offbeat stuff that makes Fallout as great as it is. So next is a guy that I've mentioned in my videos before, and that's my friend Nick, and he goes by Block Sprites. And we've done a ton of art trades over the years, and I'm looking at 5 pieces that I have right now just up here, and then I have 2 more down here. These are just 2 highlights that I want to share with you. So this one I believe I mentioned in a MagFest recap video maybe I did about 2 years ago. And one of the greatest RPGs of all time, I'm sure everybody will agree, is Chrono Trigger. And one of the best villains, or anti-hero I guess you can call him, is Magus. And as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to have this. And I knew that we were going to have to work out a trade for it. So this is one of like the coolest poses, like right before Magus goes into battle, how he like dramatically throws his cape back, and I love that pose of him. So you couldn't have picked a better thing for me, a better pose for a great villain. So I absolutely love this one. And I'm also a big Mega Man nut, and I had to get Zero from him. And this one is one of the more expensive and complicated ones, and I was really excited to get this one from him. And I think I got this at Too Many Games maybe, Jesus, 3-4 years ago now I've had this one for. This is one of the first pieces I got from you. And I think everybody can agree Zero is awesome. He's a badass. And why not have him made out of Legos? So Nick, thanks for all that stuff, man. Thank you for these 2. Thank you for doing everything that you do and creating all the fantastic pieces of Lego art. And finally, my buddy Ben, Fizzman Industries, Ben Howard. He and I met at MagFest, MagFest 9. And we've stayed in touch, and we've become really good friends, and like my girlfriend and his wife are good friends too. And we're always trading artwork and supporting each other. Again, I have a ton of pieces from Ben, so I just have a few down here that I'm going to share. I have the very first piece that I picked up from him and 2 others, so we'll start with those. These 2, again, are from Mega Man, and this is from the latest MagFest. I picked up a little sculpt of Dr. Wily from you. I love his angry face. Look at that. That is a mean looking Dr. Wily right there. And one of his best henchmen is Sniper Joe. So they go together really well. I love the sculpt on the shield and everything. And I had to get the green one because I remember you had a couple of different colors on the table. I had to go with the green because that was the original color. I remember in Mega Man 1, that was the first color of the Sniper Joe that you see. So had to go with this. And the last piece that I got is a little bit bigger. And it's super classic because it's Super Mario Brothers. Now this is like almost a full little diorama here, and essentially what this is, and I have to dust it, it's really kind of getting a little fuzzy there, but what it's supposed to be is what goes on in a level in Super Mario Brothers before Mario gets there. So all the enemies are just kind of messing around here, you know, lazily waiting for him. We got a Koopa Paratroopa here just kind of playing on the blocks, and Lakitu's about to fall asleep, and Goomba's nodding off too. And you got Mario back here creeping behind the pipe ready to run through the level. So I love the story arc of what's going on here and kind of the narrative of what goes on before Mario gets to said level. So I saw this and I just thought it was so creative and it was just so cool, so I had to have it. So Ben, thank you for starting me on my obsession of collecting your artwork, and this was the one that started it. I really wish also that I could have picked up that Proto Man statue that you had at MagFest this year, right? It was at MagFest. It was like a $200 sculpt. The thing was so cool, and by the time I came around on Sunday, it sold all three. I'm super happy that you did, but I really wish I could have picked one of those up. So those are some of my favorite artists that I've met throughout the years at conventions. Again, I will have links down below. Please check all these people out. Please come out to a convention, big or small. There's plenty of them coming up. The next one that I'm doing is Galacticon, and that's going to be on March 21st, and that's in Middletown, Delaware. And the next one that I'm going to be at is South Jersey Geek Fest, and that's in Woodbury Heights, New Jersey. So if you're in the area, please come out to these shows. I know that Pixel Vision, I don't believe that I saw you on the list, but the other two Perler artists that I mentioned, they will be at both shows. So please come out, support these amazing artists, meet some other ones, and just become part of the growing retro culture. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.